Welcome guys, today we present to you the top 5 controller support games released on mobile. Before watching the video, put a like and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the video. Bendy and the Ink Machine, an offline game with a size of 1.3 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Bendy and the Ink Machine is a survival horror game that features a mixture of puzzle solving, environment exploration, and combat to aid Henry on his journey through the darkened halls of Joey Drew Studios. Players explore through a first-person view and have limited physical actions such as running and jumping. Different items can be collected, some of which are required to perform various tasks before proceeding. Combat is primarily focused around a variety of different melee-based weapons, such as an axe or scythe, and there are also long-range weapons such as a Tommy gun or empty bacon soup cans. In-game enemies all have different strength levels and resilience to damage, forcing players to be tactical about keeping out of reach and striking when necessary. Failure to do so will result in death. In addition, players can find numerous audio logs throughout the studio that give more details about the game's story, particularly concerning the fate of the studio and its employees, similar to the systems used in games such as BioShock.
Punishing Gray Raven, an online game with a size of 3.8 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Punishing Gray Raven is a spectacular action RPG that turns you into humanity's last hope. Once again, we're talking about a video game that's full of the most vibrant battles and with fantastic and sleek visuals. Action in Punishing Gray Raven is very similar to that of the best hack and slashes out there. You can move freely through beautiful 3D settings thanks to the free camera and the left virtual stick. The attack system is something different from what you might be used to. There are the typical attack and dodge buttons, but your special skills only appear if you manage to deliver several strikes in a row. Dodging enemy attacks is one of the best things you can do, because if you do so at the right time, you can enter a slow motion mode similar to that in Honkai Impact 3rd. Best of all, if you perform several combos in a row, you can activate your character's final attack to destroy all your enemies. The frantic action of Punishing Gray Raven conquers you from the get-go. Even if you're not a fan of the action RPGs like Bayonetta, a fantastic video game with an outstanding technical section, in every sense of the word.
War Robots Multiplayer Battles, an online game with a size of 250 megabytes, available on Android and iPhone. If you like robots and want to experience passionate battles between these characters, War Robots is a good action and adventure game where you've got to make competitive teams of robots to conquer your opponents in online battles. One of the things that makes War Robots very interesting is the large number of available weapons. Not only can you unlock more than 45 robots, but you also have to go about acquiring a new arsenal of attack to reduce the enemy forces. Specifically, there are more than 50 missiles, pistols or plasma cannons available. The graphics are another attraction, as you can experience the exciting fights in 3D. Like this, you simply have to tap the screen to select the attacks and the robot you want to carry them out. Plus you can create your own clan to be indestructible. War Robots is a game that promises action in every round. Create a good team of robots, boost their powers, and equip them with the best weapons. Only like that can you become a leader in this universe.
Double kill.
MadOut 2 Big City Online, an online game with a size of 1.3 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. MadOut 2 Big City Online is a Grand Theft Auto-style sandbox game where you get to play a 2-bit criminal, In the beginning, as usual you can only complete minor, and mostly unimportant missions, but as you go on you'll be able to improve your position and aspire to more important missions. The controls in MadOut 2 Big City Online are relatively complex, since you have quite a few buttons that change depending on whether you're traveling by foot or in a vehicle. Luckily the game is compatible with Bluetooth controllers and keyboards, which you can configure in the options. From the options menu, you can also customize the graphics to your liking. In MadOut 2 Big City Online you'll find an enormous city, where you can drive over 30 different vehicles and use almost a dozen different weapons. You can use handguns, machine guns, shotguns, and as what usually happens in these types of games, you can wander around the city aimlessly or try to complete any of the game's many missions. MadOut 2 Big City Online is a spectacular sandbox game. On a visual and content level, the game is comparable to many PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 titles. CarX Drift Racing 2, an online game with a size of 2.7 GB, available on Android and iPhone. CarX Drift Racing 2 is a 3D driving game where your main objective isn't to cross the finish line before everyone else but to get as many points as you can, and the only way to get points is by drifting like crazy. In the game's settings you can select from 3 different driving modes: a virtual steering wheel, tactile buttons, or your smartphone's accelerometer. With the latter, you steer by tilting your Android or iOS smartphone just like you would a steering wheel. You can also change the camera angle between several options, including both inside and outside the car. In total there are more than 30 different vehicles to unlock, but you only start with one. You can also tune your cars to your heart's desire, even applying vinyl car wraps however you want. CarX Drift Racing 2 is a driving game with excellent gameplay and graphics, plus various game modes and more than enough tracks. You can play alone or compete against other players online.